Well, the left may be continuing their anti-Trump agenda, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the president's approval ratings. Rasmussen report shows that President Trump is now up 2 percentage points from the same date last year. Meanwhile, in his second year in office, President Obama had dropped 6 percentage points. So the question is the liberal rhetoric actually strengthening President Trump's supporters? Joining us to debate this morning, Democratic strategist Joel Payne and Republican strategist Kimberly Klacik. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning.
All right, so these numbers, Kimberly, this is one of the first times I've seen them. You would think that they would be talked about more, but they're not.
Yeah. So President Trump, he is the underdog, a hero for so many. I think he speaks the language of the general population. So often you hear that Trump supporters are either racist or stupid, but you're not racist for wanting to enforce immigration laws. You're not stupid for wanting to lower your taxes. And you're not a homophobe for wanting men to use the men's room and women to use the women's room. What Democrats successfully did is they actually alienated and they shamed Trump supporters. And while doing that, they actually shamed independents when they should have been persuading them for their votes because they were on the fence for Trump. I thought it was fascinating that Bernie Sanders was championing free college. A simple Google search will show you that only 40% of working age adults actually have a college degree. The majority is hardworking Americans, and President Trump supports us.
Joel, the frustration I hear from a number of my friends, and they are on all sides of the political aisle, is that when it comes to President Trump, he's never given the benefit of the doubt, that no matter what he says, no matter what he does, there's always a way to criticize him. I'd love to get your response to that.
Yeah, Abby, I know life has been very hard for Donald Trump. I know he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. One thing off the top, you know, the poll that you cite, the reason why you haven't heard much about it is because it's historically an inaccurate poll, and it's a poor polling method that Rasmussen uses. Those are not numbers that are in step with most of the polls publicly that you see, polls that are not biased.
You're talking about the
political.
Rasmussen poll that we talked about at the beginning of the segment. That was actually one of the only polls that was closer to being accurate during the election cycle.
Yeah, no, that's actually not. We can agree to disagree there.
Okay.
But you know, I think that what Kimberly talks about with the president, what's interesting there is this. This president is not just losing with people who did not support him. He's actually losing with his own base. You look at what he's talking about with China tariffs. Those are negatively impacting his base. There's a reason why Conor Lamb won in Pennsylvania. It's because Trump is losing in Trump country, because people who made up the heart of President Trump's baseline of support are actually running away from him.
Well, let me ask Kimberly that, because Kimberly, you are part of that base. You have been someone that has supported President Trump. Do you feel like he's losing his base, or does the anger against the president only further energize that base?
Absolutely energizes. I don't think he's losing his base at all. And I'm glad that Joel mentioned polls. So I thought this was very interesting. And I took to Twitter last night and asked some of my Twitter followers why it is they are loyal Trump supporters. And they said because they are so happy that he's not for political correctness. People don't like that he tweets on the left, but to me, that makes him the most transparent president of our time. He's not losing any ground, and I can't wait to see him win again in 2020.
Well, he's certainly not like any politician we've seen before. Joel, Kimberly, we're going to have to leave the debate right there. I'm sure it will continue on at some other point. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.